Hello and good morning. This is Kerith today. I'm Dan.
And my name's Ben. I hope you're doing all right today. It's pretty grey outside, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a bit grey.
There's a bit of blue sky there, actually.
You never know what
There's
could be
blue
in store.
sky.
It could be snowing later.
Yeah, it might be. Everyone's sort of been like, "Oh, is it going to snow today?" Haven't they? And it kind of hasn't.
No,
so
I know.
It's a bit mild anticlimax.
You just have to wait. The Lord only knows, you just have to wait until it comes,
The Lord knows. He knows. Unless it's snowing where you are. If it's snowing where you are, put in the chat, it's snowing.
Yeah, it'd be great
unless you're already outside sledging, which would be out of order, really.
Then, yeah, true.
Yeah. How you doing, Dan?
Good, thank you. Yeah, good.
What have you been up to?
What I've been up to? Not anything too crazy. My most extravagant thing this week, yesterday, I woke up, I went to the range.
Oh, the range.
I bought some cleaning fluid.
Oh, very good.
To clean my floor. Yeah, so that was a really crazy day.
Watch out. You don't do too much, right? Don't overdo it. So a particular reason you bought cleaning fluid for the floor? It sounds like a really specific trick.
So we didn't have any, so we just needed to get some. But no, to be honest, it's good. Life's been quite good. Yeah, keeping myself busy, doing different things, calling friends at dinner times and stuff like that and saying hello. And
do you do like Zoom dinners?
Sort of, yeah. It's actually while I'm making dinner. So I'm making dinner and then a friend will be making their dinner and we just catch up about life and that sort of thing at the same time. And it's been fun.
Oh,
how about you?
I'm all right. I've been obsessed with this TV show at the minute on Amazon Prime, and it's called This Is Us. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen it. No.
Oh, okay. Right. So I felt a bit of an idiot because I watched it and it's brilliant. It follows like different people's lives and what they're doing and this kind of thing. And I'm thinking this is excellent, and it's a bit like, have you ever seen Grey's Anatomy?
I've heard of Grey's Anatomy. I haven't seen it.
So proper emotional.
Nice,
like you finish an episode and you're weeping, and it's like it's a lot to take in.
Nice.
But I was sitting watching it, and I thought I'm going to Google it just to find out a little bit more.
Yeah.
And the way it's described is a romantic drama.
Okay.
And I now feel an idiot for watching it.
Wow, you actually signed up to that, yeah.
I know, I'm like, this is what I didn't even realise that I now enjoy romantic dramas.
Really?
That's now a thing in my life, apparently.
I think that's the worst thing you can watch during lockdown, you're sitting there like, this life, all this sort of thing.
It's an emotional time anyway.
Yeah.
And so what TV are you watching at the moment? Stick it in the chat. We want to know recommendations, basically.
Let us know what you've been up to and what's been going on in your lives and
have you been cleaning floors?
Yeah, have you been cleaning floors? Anything more interesting during this time? Or anything actually as well, like we talked last week about different habits and stuff, like anything you've been like, I've been doing this and this has been a good thing to have in my life recently. I've started doing this because actually I spoke to some friends and we were saying like taking up different hobbies in this time, and actually the practicalities of doing it, you have so much time. And it's like, and some people are like, I want to learn guitar over lockdown, but then actually doing it is a whole other thing.
It is, it's true.
Or reading their Bible more, or praying more, whatever it is, it's like, have we been able to do them? So let us know. It'd be great to hear what you've been up to.
That'd be really good.
Yeah.
Today we've got a whole load of stuff coming up at church today. We've got Ben Oliver, our executive pastor, preaching today.
Yeah.
He's going to be speaking week 4 of our wellbeing journey, which we've been going through as a whole church, and we've got tons of small groups doing it and all sorts of stuff. So that's coming up today.
Yeah. And we've also got a new to Kerith event after church today, which would be great. So if you haven't, today. And so if you haven't been before, if you want to get connected into the church and get to speak to some people, I want to encourage you, contact info@kerith.church if you haven't got any details, and there'll be a link that they'll give you to the call. But it should be really good. For people to come in and get to know the family and be a part of the family. Yeah,
and find out a little bit more about the church as well.
Yeah.
Things like that.
Yeah.
So do you want to introduce us to the next thing?
This morning, we usually don't go straight into an interview, but we are going to go straight into an interview today. And with Mark McGowan. He's a part of our BV site, and he's a legend for those who don't know him. And actually, we have a short video just to share just a bit about him and what he gets up to just before we get into the interview. So here we go.
Hi, I'm Mark McGowan and I'm the pastoral lead for disability sport in England. I live in Farnborough, Hampshire, and I'm married to Joe and have 3 children, Amelia, Ella and Caleb. I have 2 baloney artificial legs, so I have a real passion for disability sport. I have been chaplain at Farnborough Football Club, and I'm also involved at Aldershot Football Club presently. I run my own charity called Shoot Academy, which helps young people and children participate in sport at a low cost. Growing up with a disability, I've known what the challenges are. So I'd really like to be able to serve sports chaplaincy in a real way. There's lots of hurdles being disabled with identity, acceptance, and I'd really like to explore and serve these areas and a little more.
My vision for this role is to resource and equip and to be a catalyst for chaplains. I'd also like to form a team of chaplains that serve disability sports within England.
If you'd like to know more about what I can do with you guys, chaplains, volunteers and families, then please do get in touch.
It's great to get to know Mark a little bit more, and we're going to now spend a bit of a chunk of time getting to know him a little bit more than that. So let's give a hand to Mark McGowan. Everybody, woo, woo, woo.
Come on.
Hello, mate. So,
Hi,
Mark,
Mark,
you are part of Kerith BV, and it's good to have you with us today.
Yeah, it was really cool to hear as well, just that video as well, just to hear a bit about your story and what you've done, and also just how something that's impacted your life quite dramatically has then enabled you to impact other people's lives in that way. But before we get into any deep questions, I just want to ask a very broad question, Mark. So during lockdown, or generally, do you ever play football in the house, or have you ever broken anything with a football in the house?
Well, I don't anymore. I'm a little bit too old to do that, but I have got somebody else in the house.
Okay, yeah.
A little lad who's 13, who has a soft foam ball, but still manages to smash things even though that it's a foam ball.
Yes, nice.
Whatever the material, they'll still find a way to break
Absolutely,
stuff.
yeah.
I just had to ask that. I just felt like, because you're in that sphere, I was like, something must have happened, you know?
Yeah.
No, I'm a little bit too old to do that now. I don't put the football kit on anymore and pretend I'm, like Gary Lineker or anyone like that.
True.
Classic.
How are you feeling, Mark, today? You feeling good?
Yeah, I'm good. Very good. Yeah.
Cool.
Nice.
Thanks for coming on.
I'm still trying to get over the romantic drama though, Ben. I mean, come on.
I'm sorry. You know what? Genuinely, it's a really good show. It's a good show. But anyway, we've all got guilty pleasures. Right. And so you were sharing a little bit in the video about your role within chaplaincy and stuff like that. And we know that you're part of Kerith Blackwater Valley. Do you want to tell us a little bit about your sort of story of faith? How did you become a Christian, and how you came to where you are today with your faith?
Yeah, I obviously grew up as a Christian. Mum and Dad became Christians simply because of my disability, really. So I've always known what it's like to be going to church. But I suppose really my faith and my relationship with Jesus has really helped me overcome certain frustrations and certain things in life. And I can probably say that it was probably in the late teens where things, I was growing quickly, that my individual faith with relationship with Jesus really started to kind of become into fruition, really.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. And did just learning about faith and, like you say, about identity and stuff, did that really transform your way of seeing yourself in that way? And
yeah, absolutely. You always got questions, even now. I'm a little older now, but you'll always have questions, like why me and things like that. But it's doing things like what I'm doing this morning, being able to share my story with people, and obviously with the charity, and be able to share my story with the children and the young people, and say that if I can do something, if I can play a little bit of football, and if I can set up a charity, then what's stopping you guys from doing it?
Yeah, I love that. Cool. And actually on that, so tell us, Mark, how did you arrive working with young people? How did you and using sport as a tool to help them? How did you get to that place?
Yeah, well, originally, I suppose I worked in Broadmoor for 10 years. Okay. So I worked in quite an extreme environment for a little while. Probably that set me up to get ready for working with young people, as you probably know, Dan, really.
I know the
all those skills in Broadmoor, I took over to work with young people, and they just set me up well.
Nice.
But no, and I had a real, I wasn't able to play football myself or sport as a child, so I had a real passion for that. And then I worked full time in the ministry for 10 years in another local church in Hampshire.
Nice.
And then obviously after that, I set up my own charity, which is to really, I do some mentoring, I go into schools. I do some football coaching. I'm a qualified coach, and then we've got two football teams as well that play in a local league.
That's cool.
Amazing.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, that's amazing.
So you've recently become the Aldershot Academy chaplain, right?
Come
Is
on.
that right?
Yeah, I have indeed. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm buzzing about that because I love going to see. Well, before lockdown, I loved going to see the Shots play. So I know in our emails I was like, right, I'm coming soon. Black some free tickets. But you seem to have lots of like hands in hands in different pies. You know, sort of there's Shoot Academy, which we'll come on to shortly as well as this chaplaincy stuff. There's lots going on. So what does all this stuff entail? I guess what did it entail before lockdown? What did the week look like? And what about now as well? What does that look like?
True.
Yeah, but before lockdown, it was busy. You know, I work part time at a local college at the moment as well. So that's during mornings. I do that. Then I would go on to schools and do after school clubs or football coaching. And then probably 3 or 4 nights of the week I would be out then doing some charity stuff. We recently, just before lockdown started, a boxercise session as well, just at a low cost. Or we don't make any kind of profit doing this, but we just really see that it's good to be able to share the love of Jesus through sport.
Come on.
And it's really good for the even before lockdown, even more now. It's really good for the kids' mental health and social well-being as well.
Yeah, I bet. That's the thing. Like sport is a language in and of itself, isn't it? It connects people, doesn't it? I'm sure you know this better than most. You know, there's something about sport that brings people together, and it's also so holistic. Like you're saying about the well-being of the kids and how their well-being is impacted and stuff.
Yeah, it is, and it's just even more, being able to share the love of Jesus. So, sometimes what we'll do, I don't care about the result. I do sometimes. Caleb will say very different sometimes. You do get caught up in it, but equally the whole meaning and the whole reason why we do it is to give kids that haven't really got opportunity to participate. But being able to share Jesus with these kids is just fantastic. It's a privilege.
Awesome. That is, you connecting with them through the sport and through that sort of thing to do that and bring God into their lives. I think that's cool. That's really cool. Yeah. Come on.
Have you got any cool life stories of people that you've worked with, young people that you've seen? Any sort of amazing things story you want to share with us?
Yeah, I've got one lad. I started mentoring him at probably 6 or 7. He lives locally. He's my success story, I suppose. I mentored him. He had some real anger issues, had some real problems. Started to work with him and the family. He joined the football team at 9 or 10, started playing with us. And his dad is now a trustee of the charity. The lad is now the club captain.
Nice.
And the school that I just can't believe the transformation in him. He would be a lad that would properly throw chairs. I had to duck a few chairs when he would throw them around.
Nice.
Hide under the table. Nobody would know where he was.
Yeah.
I've spoke to him a few times. Over the lockdown, and he's struggling a little bit. He lives in a flat, so he can't get out much. But he's not once has he he's had no outbursts at all.
Wow.
Nice.
That's one of the success stories. He's a real good lad, and the fact that he's now club captain and encourages the rest of the boys is unbelievable.
Yeah, that is amazing.
That's why you do it, isn't it? That sort of thing.
Absolutely,
that's
100%.
amazing. Yeah, see people's lives change. That's cool. That's really cool, and it's cool as well if you have someone that's like their life has been impacted, and then you can't even see their past anymore. Do you know what I mean? Like you wouldn't. They share their story with you, and it's like, I just don't see that. I wouldn't guess that with you, sort of thing. You know?
Absolutely.
And so
I'm still working with him. He still supports Arsenal, unfortunately. So we're working on that one.
Some things, even God, No, I'm joking.
he can move mountains. He can move mountains. So it's all right.
No, that's awesome.
That's amazing.
Just a final question: what is the best way that church can help you support what you're doing and the work you're doing with young people?
It's just through prayer.
Really?
It's just real.
That's
what it is. It's just praying. For these young people. The academy. I'll touch on the academy. The academy, and I'm also just getting involved with the England amputee national team as well. So, all of that at this moment is people's mental health and just social interaction is just not there. So just really good just to lift up everybody in prayer, really.
Yeah.
You know, unfortunately, I'm not, you know, able to deliver any schoolwork or any football sessions at the moment. But I'm in touch with some of the boys through Zoom. We do a weekly quiz. So, you know, just prayer, it'd be really great just to pray for the academy boys and, you know, the England amputee team. You know, the European Championships are coming up. So, you know, they've got 24 in the squad and they've got to kind of get that down to 15. So there's going to be, you know, a few lads that are going to be disappointed. So that's when when my role, you know, will come into force, really.
It's amazing what you're doing, Mark. Like, I think there's that mentality of, like, you know, you're sharing that story of the kid who's now the club captain, and the fact that you're giving this attention to the individuals is just so the heart of Jesus. And I'm feeling really inspired, and I have been when we've had our coffees together by what you do. And so thank you so much for all you're doing.
I can just pray now, actually, if that's all right. I'll just pray now.
Can we pray for you now?
Yeah, of course.
Let's go. Go for it, Dan.
Ready for like a 30-minute prayer session. No, I'm joking. Lord, I thank you for Mark, Jesus. I thank you that we're speaking to him this morning, and all the work that you're doing with young people, Jesus, and how actually you put these things into place. Actually, you put these things on his heart, Father, and how actually he is a vessel for you, Jesus, being able to be used to impact young people's lives, Father. I pray that during lockdown, like with these young people who might be disappointed with stuff that's coming up they can't do, or discouraged, Lord, I just pray that you move through them young people, Jesus. I pray that you equip Mark to consistently just bring the love of Christ into their lives, Jesus, to be able to open up their hearts, to be able to be renewed and strengthened in this time, Jesus. And I pray, Lord, that even though we're in a lockdown, so Mark's role might look different and how it's working at this time, Lord, I just pray you bring real favour and blessing upon his work he's doing, Jesus, and wisdom, Lord, to be able to navigate through it. And actually just see, like that one story, like see consistently more and more stories of young people transformed and changed through this time, Jesus. I thank you that you love us all, Jesus, and that you love Mark and you love all the young people he's working with, Jesus. And I, just pray your hand be upon all that he's doing, in Jesus' name. Amen. Mark, there's a lot of love for you on the chat. Simon says, so good to hear your story and how God is using you. And so says, such an amazing work Mark is doing in the community with the young ones. And people saying, great work, Mark, and amazing success story. So it's so good. Keep going, man. I'm reflecting on the Shoot Academy's website, the mission, you obviously know this, Mark, but for everybody watching, says it's about transforming young people's lives through with God's love through sport and support. And I love the simplicity, but the power of that. So just keep going, man. I love it. All right. See you soon. Mark. See you soon.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
See you. What a bloke.
That was cool.
What a legend.
That's cool.
Just want to say hello to a few people in the chat. Rhoda, Nika, Aisha, Helen, Lisa. We've got Ruth, Rebecca, Glyn, Christina, Betsy, Michael. All the people in the chat, do say hello. And if you've just joined us today here, you've just jumped in just now, do say hello in the chat. We'd love to hear from you and hear where you're watching from. Also, there's a few TV recommendations coming through.
Okay, yeah, go on. I should write them down.
So Dan is watching Birds of a Feather.
Okay.
So
don't even know what that is.
Do you know what I mean? So, pardon? Well,
don't know what it is.
You're not a big fan of Birds of a Feather. That's a classic.
Really?
It's an absolute classic. So,
wow.
Birds of a Feather, classic. Megan also says Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Becky has been watching that all week with Megan. I haven't watched that.
I'll confess, actually, do you know what I have watched recently?
Go on.
High School Musical. Seriously.
I got stick for This Is Us.
Yeah. I know.
Romantic High School Musical.
You have to do it at one point in life. You know, lockdown is that time.
Unbelievable. So keep them coming in. We want to see some TV recommendations. Nice. Maybe some guilty pleasures as well.
Yeah, that's
Maybe
it.
you're a High School Musical fan. Maybe you're a romantic.
I'm not saying I'm a fan necessarily. It was not too bad, but you know.
I'll ask your housemate. I'll find out. Okay, so we're moving on. We're going to share a little bit about a monthly finance update now from the church.
Come on.
So every month we want to give you just a bit of an update as to where the finances are at. Obviously, we're in the first month. Well, we're now in the second month, but we want to give you the January update from Kerith. So what we share with you is that the budgeted amount of giving that we expected to come in. The budgeted amount for January this year was £75,000 or just over. The actual giving for January was over £78,000.
Nice.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, that's cool.
So
That's really
£78,000, £266 came in. So that is over £3,000 over budget. Now, I just think that is just something to be so thankful to God for this morning or today, whenever you're watching this. I just want to take a moment to thank everybody who gives, whether you give occasionally, whether you give regularly, maybe you give a tithe, which is a tenth of your income, or maybe you give above that. I just want to thank you on behalf of everybody in Kerith. Everyone in Kerith, we want to thank you for all that you're doing, because what you're doing is enabling us to do church online, and is enabling you guys in the youth, with the youth team to do youth TV and the youth ministry going, and all sorts of stuff we do in church. We're going to be hearing about a lot of the social justice stuff from our Kerith Revive team later today, and a lot of your giving goes towards that as well. And so we're so grateful for all that you do and all that you give. So exciting news.
Yeah, that's
exciting
really cool.
times.
Yeah.
Is it time for a game?
It is time for a game, yeah.
It's time for a game, everybody. So we're going to be doing something a little bit different today. Dan, do you want to take your mic off and go and run?
Yeah, I'll be back.
Run to your position. Something very different today. Dan is going to be a participant in our game that we are calling Bucket Head. How are you feeling? You ready?
I'm ready.
He's ready. Go, run. You've got about a minute, Dan. Okay. So I'm going to fill for a minute while Dan is going into the auditorium. Here's the game that we're going to be playing today, right? So we have two wonderful people, one of which being Dan, contestants today. And their simple aim is they're going to put a bucket on their head, and the other one has to throw ping pong balls into their head. Looks like Dan is just arriving now. Look at the lights. This is like Saturday Night Live. Look at this, incredible. So we have the wonderful Dan Baxendale and Sophie Oliver. Give us a wave, guys, if you can hear me. Great, there they are. So you've got 1 minute, everybody. So Sophie, do you want to put the bucket on your head first? Sophie's job is to catch as many of the ping pong balls in that bucket in 1 minute as you can. Here's your job, chat. I want you to put in the chat right now, predict how many ping pong balls will Sophie manage to catch. They are 2 meters apart, or possibly even a little bit more actually than that. The rules are simple, Dan and Sophie. The rules are simple. All you've got to do is you've got to throw one at a time, okay? No cheating, one at a time. Okay. And then that's for 50 seconds. And then for the final 10 seconds, you can throw as many as you like and do what you like, as long as you're social distancing and all safe. Yeah. Okay, you guys ready to go?
Ready.
You ready? You're ready. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so missed the first one. It's not a good start from Dan, but here he goes. And this is solid. Very still, stationary position from Sophie there. Dan looks focused as ever. And Callum looks like he's trying to put them off, but I think he's actually just filming them, so that's okay. And here we go, Sophie, moving a little bit more now, Sophie. You feel free to sort of move from not too much obviously, but keep going. This is good. You've got 35 seconds to go. Come on, Dan. Come on, Sophie. Make sure you've got your predictions in the chat. Actually, it's probably a bit too late for predictions because you're now watching how many are going in, so don't be cheating, chat. The white ones seem to be going in better. Maybe they're better ergonomics wise, I don't know. Maybe they're better in the air.
Hey, thank you.
Not sure. 19, 18, 17. Keep going, Dan. Keep going. Come on, let's take some love for Dan and Sophie in the chat. We're coming up to 10 seconds. 10 seconds to go. It's a free-for-all, as many as you can. Oh, look at this. What a technique. What a technique. This is incredible scenes. I think a lot more white ones are going in than yellow ones. And time's up. Time is up.
Come on.
Ooh. Very classy there, performance there. I don't know if you saw, Sophie just took the glass off and just shook her hair out like she's in a hair advert. Incredible scenes, but great stuff. So these guys are going to now count up the ping pong balls. Can you count them up for me? We're then going to see how you do, and we're going to swap that over. So Sophie is now in the middle of counting them up. But whilst she does that, I feel like I need to give you an update on something else. What should I give you an update on? Okay, let me give you a bit of an update on some of the things happening in the life of the church at the moment. So today, we are finishing our week of prayer. We've had a week of prayer starting on Monday through to today. And we've been encouraging everybody to engage in that, to engage in time with God this week. We provided a few tools, including every evening at 9:30, we've done an examen on our Instagram feed, which you can watch back. Also on Facebook, every morning on the weekdays from 6:45 till 7, we have the prayer cast led by different people in our community. And so that will be continuing after the week of prayer. So maybe you've kind of engaged with it this week. And I just want to encourage you to keep going with it. Really, just keep going with it and keep leaning into prayer this week. I know we also are all encouraged to take an hour of our week, maybe fast one meal this week and take an hour to pray and focus in on God. Maybe you did that and it was successful. Let us know in the chat how it went for you this week. And we'd love for you to keep leaning into these practices, to just keep focusing your attention and your relationship on God and investing time with him. So that's been going on. The other thing I want to let you know about is live prayer. Now, from now and at any time, if you are watching live today, then you can jump onto our website, kerith.church/live, and there is a button there that says request prayer. Now, if at any time today you'd love prayer, then just click that button and you'll be taken to a little chat room where you can receive prayer, and our hosts would love to sit with you and on typing, just pray with you over that chat room. So do make use of that at any time this morning. So let's go back to our contestants. Let's see how they did. Back to you guys. How many did you get?
52. 52.
And I'm going to win and get 104.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I'll get double.
Okay, now, unfortunately, I have no idea what you're saying. I can't hear what you're saying, but I'm sure it was really great, and I'm sure everyone at home could hear.
52, yeah.
52, I've heard it shout. 52, that is wonderful. That is very, very good. So, you ready for round two?
Yeah,
so,
ready.
Dan, bucket on your head, please. Sophie, this is your turn. One at a time for 50 seconds, and then 10 seconds of whatever you can do. So, ready? 3, 2, 1. Go. Here we go. 59 seconds on the clock, and we are off. Dan is taking the knee. I hope he's not proposing, because that would be highly inappropriate. But Sophie's doing well so far. I think a lot of the white ping pong balls seem to be going in better than the yellow ones. I don't know why. But here we go. This is good. Very controlled. Dan's not going for the moving technique. He's just sort of being completely stationary. Oh no, he's swiveling. Good. That's good. He's making a bit of an effort. Sophie, I'm not sure if she's left-handed or right-handed. At the moment, she's throwing it with both hands. Maybe she's neither-handed. Not quite sure. But she's doing well. She's doing well. We've got 25 seconds on the clock, guys. Keep going. I can't tell how many's gone in. There must be somebody at home who is counting these one by one, I hope. But keep going, Sophie. Keep going. There's still 15 seconds. You've got this. You've got this. Come on. Come on. Yes, that's it, Dan. Put some work in. 10 seconds to go. Free for all. Free for all. Go for it. Go for it. Wow. That was good. And Dan stood up for the end. And that's time over.
I don't think I won.
Wow, I don't know how I expected that game to go. But
was so good.
guys, do you want to do a quick count up? Let's go for a count.
Okay, yeah. Ready.
Count 5.
1. That's it. That's all we've got, unfortunately. No. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
11.
Winner!
Wow.
That was good.
Guys, 11. I don't know what to say. Well done. Let's give them a hand from our living rooms. Well done, and well done in the chat. In your predictions as to how well you did. Dan will be running back here very soon, but let us know in the chat how you got on. How you got on with that? Wow, I don't know how I expected that to go. I really wasn't sure, but they seem to do all right. Okay, let's move on. So we're coming to the end now, but we wanted to give you a bit of a heads up and point you in the direction of a resource really for you. We're in lockdown 3, as many of us calling it, and back in lockdown 1, you might remember. Hello, Dan, you're coming back. Dan's on his way back. You may remember that we did an interview with Kate Middleton. Now, not the Kate Middleton, the royal family Kate Middleton. We're talking about Kate Middleton, who is a psychologist, but also part involved in church leadership as well. And she gave a great interview with us about mental health in lockdown. And we've got this short video clip from that interview that we'd love to play with you. So let's watch this clip now.
Some of the things that we might do in this season that normally might feel like they're not great things to do, like basically filling time. How do I fill time? How do I distract myself instead of focusing on the problem? In normal circumstances, we might say they're not such good strategies, but actually in this case, they are, because this is a challenge of how do I get through this and out the other end? So I want to talk about 5 tips for how we do that and really reflect on some of the challenges that this time does bring to us.
She was talking about there. You can see that interview in full on our YouTube channel. Now, it was helpful back then. It was a great evening back then. but it's worth having another watch of it now. It can be so helpful, particularly whilst we're going through this well-being stuff, Dan. It's so worth it, right?
Yeah, for sure,
And so do watch it back, and hopefully that can be of help for you. How are you feeling after the game?
Good. I thought she had it. When she was going to chuck them all, I thought she's going to get like 100 in, but that was funny. That was a funny end of the game.
Great sport.
It was a good sport. Yeah, you need to try that at home.
Yeah.
Come on.
So just before we finish, I want to share a few more TV recommendations that have been coming in. Dan. So we've got Ben has been watching Agents of Shield 2, as well, not like number 2, as in also. So if you like Might Have Worth a look, WandaVision is superb as well. Dave says.
Yeah.
Ben Britton says a High School Musical is an outstanding trilogy.
Hey man, come on Ben, bring it on.
Well, there you go. However, Chris says it was a stretch to forgive Ben Britton for making me watch High School Musical. There is a divide going on in this when it comes to High School Musical.
It is a push to watch it, for sure.
And of course, Rhoda suggests Call the Midwife.
Okay.
Of course.
Nice.
Quality show.
Nice. It's good to hear like people are watching different shows and things. So this is it for Kerith today. Next Sunday we've got Palumi preaching on the 5th week of wellbeing, and now we're going to be over to Kerith Live. So good to see you all.
See you.
See you soon.